Hi, good morning. Let me talk about my Havells journey. It has been very different from what has been the Philips journey for 6.5 years. Havells, I think, would always remain very close to my heart with a simple reason that, I got to do something here which was completely different and crazy. I was supposed to not only bring the team in place, but I was also supposed to carve a very different and innovative product. I mean, I got a chance to do that. Bringing an innovative product was always dream come true for me. And then followed by that, it was also important that I take care and make sure that the pricing of this product is in place. Followed by that, putting the GTM strategy in place. Followed by that, ensuring that promotions are well thought out, are creative, are something which create a buzz in consumers' mind was another P which was supposed to be worked out. Not only this, there have been multiple challenges. There have been multiple failures, and that's how you become different, and that's how you start learning at every phase of your life. Let me start. Let me start from a product. Before we went on, and we all five of us, me and my team, decided to bring in an innovative product. At the end of the day, we have to import it from China. That was the first set of instructions we got. Making certain products successful initially, and then getting to, let's say, our own tooling, our own designs was always there on the cards. Giving the brief to Chinese suppliers, giving the brief to Chinese team, it was an important phase. And with the help of bit of market research which we initiated, wherein we have tied up with salons, where have been we tied up with a set of consumers, who were already using Panasonic and Philips. It really helped. We kind of identify the basic needs, which were there and which were not being fulfilled by some of the brands already existing in the market. One after another, I would say, in product phase, we got into some of a beautiful products like baby hair clipping, chopstick curling as a concept, nail shining as a concept, which none of the brands were doing in India. And in the initial phase, not much of the success. It was only hair dryers which was selling for us in year one and year two. But slowly and steadily, we started leaving our footprints in the product range. I would stop here, take a pause in the when it comes to product range, and move on to the next phase, which is pricing. It remains very close to my heart. Pricing has always been something which has been doing. That has been already coming from top to me from the category heads in Philips, but in Havells, I was supposed to design a scheme along with my team and make sure that this time the scheme is apt and meant for everyone who is really willing to do a lot of business. So pricing in terms of keeping the MRPs of the product, also ensuring that we design a lucrative scheme for the retail front initially as well as going forward. Having something different, during Valentine's, let's say a consumer offer, bringing in some tie-up with the organizations like Nivea and all those things were also part of the scheme. We ensured that we cover that nicely. We bring in good elements into scheme, and we also ensure that it is being kept in mind that every city, like in east it will be different, in south it will be very different, in Delhi being wholesale it will be totally different. So that's where we decided to encarve different schemes for different zones. And it was helping, to be honest. It was helping in the placements in the secondary. It really helped to put across the entire range. So pricing piece was stitched here. Then we move on to another favorite subject of mine, which is go to market. Learned this hard way in Philips, that how do you ensure that your width of distribution is well marked. I have a partner here with me, which was Shailendra Pratap, coming from Philips. He also, had his extensions in the market. He has plotted about 8 people in the market to ensure that the product is well placed in all sort of channels. So it was pharma channel, it was cosmetic channel, electrical channel, SDA channel, where we were making our presence felt. We have not even left even a single channel where we couldn't go and make a mark. Kerala remains to be the pilot market for us, where we have got all sort of supermarkets, electrical stores, modern trade stores, all sort of stores. We were Nandilat and all, which was coming to me for the first time, and I was learning that how do you negotiate, and how do you make sure that you're present in such stores. But it was making a lot of sense. uh, Moving on from cosmetic and pharma stores, modern trade was very important for personal grooming, where Havells didn't had those set of accounts, which were the most important for personal grooming range, starting from Shopperstop, followed by New You, followed by Chroma, followed by Reliance Digital, followed by DMart, and then going to Metro, putting up those monster displays. All that crazy stuff was going on. It was fun. It was fun, honestly speaking. We were learning as well as implementing things, and we were moving at a very fast pace. The team here in India, including directors, promoters, were watching us, that what kind of a crazy stuff these guys are going to create, and where are we going to stop. Uh, Phenomenal. I mean, GTM part was stitched phenomenally, all thanks to Shailendra, who helped me do this in a nice way, and of course all the modern trade people, cams, all of them have been there always. It brings me to another chapter, which is e-commerce. In e-commerce, Amazon was there. We kind of started the journey in the first couple of years only, but Flipkart, their big billion days, their trimmer story was very different, and they were not coming to our fold. Slowly and steadily, with relationship building, we got them into our fold. And from there, the story started looking very different. Not only this, then after Flipkart, we went on to Nykaa. Nykaa was a beautiful platform over there, bringing in chopstick curlers. Selling that as a concept, nail shiner selling that as a concept, and now launching skincare as a product range in Nykaa has been a very different experience. They command premium, they know how to sell it, and then they have their own set of customers. Nykaa making Havells' presence felt on their platform was very very different, and hence we could garner those eyeballs which were not there with us, and we were missing badly. From here, the beauty range, the we were clearly number two because of the extension we have created, because because of the believability we have created for people. It was uh, it was helping us. It was helping us, make our future stronger and better. With GTM strategy, after putting all this stuff in place, it was also important that we parallelly keep doing a lot of promotions. So BTL was always stitched from coming from Philip's days. I remember that how an end cap has to be made, how a tabletop has to be stitched at the right place. How do we put our products in the cash tills at Chroma? How do we ensure that a new you has a small window, which looks very different, which looks, which creates a lot of eyeballs for the consumer coming in, for the customer coming in. And finally, I would say, a digital marketing, not only at our own social media platforms, but also with Amazon and Flipkart. We went hand in hand. We ensured whatever campaign we bring in during Valentine's is also made live on Amazon and Flipkart. And of course, this was going definitely into colleges, into malls. Come Valentine's, we were everywhere. We used to milk this property from all angles. A lot of market storming stuff. Going into the market and creating a buzz was one of the key elements. And now, at this point of time, I'm proudly sharing with you Havel School of Grooming as a property which started sometime 2006-17, and today till date we continue with it. At that time we had Ran Vijay, Gallen as professors of this, and today we have Sir Javed Habib, Ambika Pillai, and then Pompey Hans talking to me live on Instagram and garnering almost millions of views in one a 30-minute video and then creating vignettes of it and popularizing it all across the channel, all across the customers. Now I think customer has that believability that there is a second brand after Philips which is there, just because this was some of the stuff we were putting up in form of Havells School of Grooming. Not only this, we also tied up with Harley Davidson. We also tied up with Bombay Shaving Company now. We have also tied up with Synthol. We have tied up with L'Oreal to create a buzz and bring in those strong partnerships which will help us show that Havells into beauty and into personal care and into male grooming is doing a lot of crazy stuff. When it came to male grooming, it was Bombay Shaving Company. When it came to female grooming, it was L'Oreal. A tie-up with L'Oreal on Flipkart as a platform really helped us not only sell units but also to create a buzz in the market that from where does Havells and L'Oreal have come into a tie-up. Similarly, a lot of consumer promotions with Nivea, a lot of consumer promotions with Synthol, and of course now Bombay Shaving Company. So all that has really helped us strengthen our promotions part. There's a lot more to talk about. There has been almost 100 college activations. We have gone there, tried and tested the product, shown it to the consumers, shown it to the students, who are really willing to experiment. I don't remember any college, any fest which is happening and which is a bigger one. We have missed it. We have done all sort of college activations also when it comes to this promotions part. Overall, a fantastic promotions part. Overall, a lot of stuff being done, and at this stage, we are definitely getting into a stronger zone, which will be making a beautiful concept called तूने assume किया मैंने तो groom किया with Vicky Kaushal and Shraddha Kapoor. This is the concept, which we are going to bring up soon, and you will see that, how much impact it creates on the consumer's mind. The journey continues, and it brings in a lot of things, when it comes to this. So overall, I think Havells has been interesting. Overall, the journey has been interesting. Overall, it has been very, very different from what I was learning in Philips. And that's where I feel that that's how your curve goes. The team has been very supportive. A lot of cross-functional stuff, supply chain coming in, operations coming in at the right time. Of course, Marcom department playing a very, very vital role. Overall, top management quite impressed. They feel that this is the time when we will be going to a very different level altogether. We are all charged up to do a bigger JBP with Amazon and Flipkart this year. We will be also ensuring that the stuff which these guys are going to do this year is almost going to help us double the turnover. Right now we sit at about 100 crores, but what I see right now, the journey from here is going to be nothing less than 150 to 175 crores in the coming years. And when it comes to GMV, it will be definitely about 200 crores. So an interesting phase, an interesting era, and we are all set to make it happen. Thank you so much.